Sorry, I farted.
Hi, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday, and we're gonna review beer and cheese of choice. It's open table, so hopefully we brought something good and tasty, and it mixes well. I want to welcome my panel. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Gonna get your names up. Cheers, man. Cheers to Tanner at East Coast LQ Reviews and Bumpy over at Road Brews. I could.
That's okay.
Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, and Beer Man here. Let me get your names real quick. Damn it. There we go. All right, so let's get Miscellaneous first. As soon as I get this screen going. All right.
Cheers, guys. What's up, everybody? So, yeah, got a cheese here. I can't recall if I've had this cheese, but I've had a cheese like this. This is a Mariki Gouda. That's what they're calling it. Come on, Logitech, you suck. Send me some free stuff already. Make your cameras better. They're expensive. But yeah, it says it's a raw farmstead cheese, aged over 60 days, honey clover, ingredients, raw cow's milk, honey, and clover herb. Proudly cheese, Wisconsin. Thorpe, Wisconsin. So yeah, it's a honey clover Gouda. 60 days young Gouda. Yeah, there's the cheese. Comes with the nice, the real deal wax off the wheel. Nice cross section, and they got some other stuff there. Bunch of bits and pieces in there. So yeah, I got this. Tanner gets one guess. Here's your third hint. You need one of these to open it.
Oh wow, that helps so much.
I gave you 3 great hints, dude. You're gonna be using. You said 2 of them.
Said it's messy, and it used a bottle opener.
I'm thinking if you're gonna use a bottle of, I'm thinking that it's gonna be like an old school like malt liquor.
Dirty glass. Oh yeah. There we go. That one cleared it up a little bit on this side. No, it's a spritzy, 2-finger, bubbly, fizzly head. It's gonna drop right out. Light colored.
Is it a Belgian beer?
Straw golden. I'll top it off.
No idea.
You don't?
Is it a Belgian beer?
It's too late for that. I already gave you 3 guesses.
Oh, it's Unibrew. Oh, the Mega. Oh, okay, I had that. That is pretty good. Oh, it's the Saison. I said Belgian.
It's Canadian, Belgian.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Unibrow. This is their Megadeth 5.5% Saison. Yeah. 4.5, 5.5, 5.5 SRM, 20 IBUs. Cheers.
Cheers. Why did I say it was messy? Oh, the aluminum foil?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not going to give it to you. You didn't. I know you didn't know. I think I had that for you. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Miscellaneous. All right. Tanner.
All right. So I was a little disappointed. So the cheese that I have been bringing, what the hell is the name of it? I've been bringing the same cheese from the same brand. They had 4 different ones. I got to try 3, and then I went there today, and they didn't have them anymore for some reason. So I might have to find the last one somewhere else. It was in a black packaging. So I had to. I went with one of the Cracker Barrels I haven't tried, Vermont Sharp White. Looks like butter, white cheese, kind of dry, crumbly a little bit. But yeah, I haven't had that one yet. I'm going to be pairing it today with a stout, an imperial stout. This is from Proclamation Ale Company. This is fairly new by them. It's called Pieces or Pieces. It's imperial stout with chocolate, peanut butter, and lactose. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for a new peanut butter beer to try to find one that I actually really enjoy. I like the Gunner's Daughter, but like Bumpy said, it is a little bit on the sweeter side. I think the guy at Proclamation said that this is really sweet. So it says try me. Pretty fresh too, 12/22, 2022. So we're a couple weeks old. And the website says Imperial Stout, chocolate, peanut butter, and lactose, 9.5% ABV. It says, but the question is, how do you say the name of those tasty little chocolate peanut butter candies? I've always said Reese's Pieces. I don't know anybody that says Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Feces.
Yeah, like I pronounce it like that.
Yeah, what's that thing? What's that called, anyways? There's a word for it where you always see something, you remember seeing stuff.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Proclamation Ale Company, Warwick, Rhode Island. Check them out, proclamationale.com. Contains tree nuts. Let's crack it open. Okay. Pour it up. You guys ever go back to certain glassware and you're like, oh, I haven't used that in a while?
Yeah, definitely. If I don't break mine.
Right.
I was muted. I said Spieglou. I had one of those.
Yeah, this is the one. It's not like super pitch black. There's a little bit of clarity through it. It's kind of got that like ruby color. Well, not clarity, but you know what I mean. It's not like super dark, thick black. It's a little bit more ruby, about halfway up. But it poured this frothy, kind of rocky. I'm gonna go brown, light brown, tan head, about a finger and a half, holding some good retention. Tight nip bubbles on the side, good effervescence. Yeah, looks solid. I don't want to get the aroma yet. I was gonna do a little sneak preview sniff, but I'm hoping it's good. Peanut butter beers can either be shit or they can be really good. So,
Yep.
cheers, guys.
Cool. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
All right. Here we go, Bumpy.
I was just smell testing my cheese, and I'm like questioning my choice of beer, but we're gonna go with it anyways. I'm not sure what the flavor is gonna be, but yeah. So that's what my cheese looks like, anyways. Looks like a block of soap there with I just shaved off some on each corner there. Very white cheese, and this is from Homestead Meadows Goat Milk Creamery. It's out of Wisconsin. This is a handcrafted raw cheddar goat milk cheese. Made in Wisconsin. Premium goat milk.
Excellent.
Whole raw goat milk, salt, cheese cultures, enzymes. So the cheese is like kind of smelling like not super potent. That's why I'm worried about bringing an IPA to the table with this one, but we're gonna do it. This is from Beer Tree Brew. They're out of someplace in New York. Can't remember the name of the place in New York. Doesn't matter. And it's called Wander in the Forest. It's a double New England style IPA at 7.9% ABV. The can-on date is November 22nd. So it is, like 6 weeks or so old. And I am looking to see, Johnson City, that's where it's from. I don't know if that's a collab brew because I see that light bulb. Does anybody know what brewery that might be? Because I can't see anything on here saying it's a collab. But I've never seen a light bulb on any of their beers.
And what's it called again, and who's it by?
Wander the Forest from Beer Tree Brew. So it gives no information. It does say to recycle because it wants to become another Beer Tree beer, stuff like that. Let's give it a pour, though.
All right. So it does say in collaboration with AW Wander. Whatever that is. You said 7.9?
Yeah.
Yeah. No IBUs listed. It's Galaxy Mosaic, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Galaxy Mosaic.
In collaboration with All Who Wander is the name of the brewery.
All who wander are not lost, right? Is that what the saying goes?
I guess.
Yeah, very frothy white head on this thing, and it is a very hazy, murky-esque. It's got that nice milky yellow. I like to call this kind of that melted lemon lollipop. Like if you get it like a lemon dum dum or something, you melt it down. It's kind of the yellow that you'd get. So looks
Nice.
good. Cheers.
Nice,
No
yeah.
need for the name calling there, Bumpy.
Yeah.
Don't call me a dumb
Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
In my heart.
I forgot to say thank you, chat. Hello, chat, and cheers, chat. Never mind. Cheers, chat. Yeah, looks like you guys had some good stuff there, so hopefully it all works out. All right, so I'm revisiting a cheese from 2 weeks ago, and this is a one I got over my wife's work. It's a maple bourbon. I can't talk today. Maple bourbon cheddar cheese from Hennings out of Wisconsin, and it's very marbled. This thing is very marbly looking, and smells like maple hardcore. Really, really mapley. And I'm gonna mix that with one from Microphone Brewing out of Wisconsin, I think. Illinois Village, Elk Grove Village, Illinois, and it's called Imperial. It's called Imperial Smells Like Bean Spirit. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I've seen that beer.
Have you?
I haven't picked it up, but I've seen it.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, it smells like Bean Spirit. I should have done a Nirvana theme.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, 10% though. Good, nice 10%er. I've seen Microphone Brewing from
I had a few of those.
what's
They
that?
do a lot of collabs too.
I forgot who did this. Okay, yeah. Tugboat Coffee is the coffee. So it's a breakfast stout ale with maple syrup and Tugboat Coffee Roasters Sumatra Manchurian blend or something like that. I don't know. I can't talk. Let's open it up. My Stella Artois glass. Let's hope this one doesn't break. It's a lovely, elegant glass. All right. So my lighting's terrible. I don't know. It's that big white light up there that's fucking me all up. But yeah. So it's a dark, black-looking, coffee-looking beer, and it's opaque. Can't see through that sucker. and it's got that cocoa kind of looking foamy head. It's very nice looking. Looks silky, but boy, is that. Oh, this is gonna go good. Is this gonna have maple in it? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so that's what I got. Let's get back to miscellaneous and start this show up.
That's cool. If I see that again, if after the show and it's the dates are right, I might give it a swing, depending on how it goes. I've seen that beer though.
Cool.
Yeah. So the Megadeth, 4.5% saison, still very effervescent. Heads died down. Yeah, there you go. The more Dirty Glass Mafia. Yeah. I'd say straw-colored beer. It's got a haze to it. Definitely not clear aromas. I get like dark, like a brown bread crust, like wheat bread, clove, apple, like red apple, pear. And there's a slight, there is like it smells almost like a water profile type of thing. And there is a little bit of like burnt plastic.
Oy.
We'll see. I don't know. Cheers. Oh no, it's not burnt plastic. They're making fucking something in the toaster. My bad. They literally, the toaster just popped. All right, so I take that out of the equation. Perfect time to use a toaster. Good thing I was doing the aromas. But yeah, other than that, yeah, take out the burnt, because that's, like I said, come from the toaster.
Losing my street cred to a toaster.
Yeah. It's... Anyways, let's taste it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It's light, crisp. I do get pear flavor and apple. I don't think it's any off-putting or flavors. It's a saison light. This is like you knocked it down. I don't know. We're from America. I would call this a table beer. It's just like it's like a saison light. Is it far? I wouldn't say it's too big on the horse blankety. There's an earthy grassiness to it. I wouldn't say floral. The clove, the breadiness is good. I like the slate fruity notes. Really not bad for what I paid for it. You could crush these though. If you could get these in like a 12-pack, you probably would get tired, but it's doable. All right, moving on to the cheese. Let me pour the rest of my beer up real quick.
Cheesers.
Oh, there's a big yeast patty in the bottom. I have to put some back in there. Anyways, yeah. Honey clover, Gouda cheese. Interesting looking cheese. So, yeah. Like I said, tons of herbs and everything in there. Aromas on it. I mean, it's pretty flaccid piece of cheese.
Yeah. I'm amazed it didn't break in half.
Yeah, you're making it do
It's
it.
Gouda, man. It's Gouda, baby.
It's doing the worm.
It's not
Definitely. There is a sweetness to it. I pick up a honey sweetness. You definitely get an herbal, earthy type of note off of it. Doesn't smell too salty. It kind of smells more on the sweet side. Yeah. Let's take a try.
Cheesers.
Jesus.
Oh shit! I have
It's a young Gouda, so it takes a little bit to break down. It is lathering on the palate. You're getting tons of that clover. It's good. It tastes fresh, clean, earthy, farmish type of deal. There's a nice honey sweetness with the cheese. There's a slight saltiness, sweet, salty with the honey. Really good. I like this cheese. It's always damn near $11 for how much did I get this shit? Half a pound, $10.45. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. Let's go ahead. That's true. Well, the kind of beers where you got to have like 30 to get drunk.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. We didn't have clean water, so we had to make beer, and it was ultralight, so the farmers didn't get too drunk, you know. It's old school shit. A bunch of people did that in all kinds of countries. Anyways, beer and cheese.
Chasers.
Brought out a little bit more of the herbal factor out of the cheese and a little bit more salinity. I'm digging the clovey, bready notes that follow up the sweetness with the beer. Hell yeah. That wasn't bad. So I guess now what I had beer and then cheese. Cheese and then beer. This cheese is good.
Cheezers again.
I'm having slight.
I kind of like it cheese before beer because I get more of the meld of the two. I'm getting that like cheese. I'm getting that earthy clover, honey cheese, and then you're going in with this, and I'm getting dark bread, clove. It's really good. I'm surprised a beer this light would hold up to something like this. In the right direction, for sure. No complaints. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry, my screen's having problems. My computer. All right, here we go. Let's go, Tanner. Before it goes away. Hold on.
All right. Pieces or PCs? Proclamation. Imperial Stout. Chocolate, peanut butter, lactose. Let's go for the nose. A little stuffed up. It's got that like actual creamy peanut butter aroma, not that like powdery, chalky, sometimes just like roasted peanut, but not actually peanut butter. This smells like peanut butter. Wow, that smells really good. To be honest with you, that smells like Reese's Pieces tastes. Because I've never really, I've never sat there and smelled a Reese's Pieces. I mean, how many people, smell the Reese's Pieces? Have you? I haven't.
Yeah, but then it gets stuck up my nostril.
It smell like, yeah. What are you talking about? You never smelled the Reese's. You've never opened a bag of Reese's.
Whoa, Reese's Pieces? Oh yeah, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, you do that, yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know. I typically don't smell my candy, all right, Miscellaneous?
Well, not like you smell your beer.
This Reese's Pieces, I'm getting aromas. Just start reviewing it in the grocery store. What the hell's wrong with that guy?
Oh my
No,
god.
it smells really good. It's like milk chocolate peanut butter. So not like dark chocolate, but like milk chocolate. I'm guessing they used a lot of lactose because it smells sweet. There's a little bit of like a malty backbone. Maybe like a slight hint of coffee if you really dive in. But overall, yeah, they nailed it. The aroma, at least. We'll see how the palate is. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
Cheers.
come on. My stupid browser. Something's wrong here.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, the worst time for this to happen.
The body's very creamy. Full bodied all day. It's still a little chilled. It's been out for a good. I took it out probably like 5-10 minutes before the show started. I mean, so it's been out for like 30 minutes, but it's still got a little bit of a chill to it. I get a lot more chocolate. The guy at Proclamation said that on draft, you don't get as much peanut butter. But the peanut butter is kind of light. I wish it was like a little bit more prominent. If they barrel aged this, I think it would be top notch. But yeah, it's not overly sweet. It's not like cloying. But the peanut butter is a little lacking, but it's got that natural peanut butter flavor. It's not like chalky or powdery or like just straight roasted peanuts. It's got that authentic peanut butter taste, but it's just not super prominent. You can tell it has lactose in it. You get that lactose sweetness. The aftertaste is where you actually taste more of the peanut butter. It's got a lingering peanut butter and chocolate, like peanut butter milk chocolate flavor. Um, yeah, as far as like what they were shooting at, I think they did a really good job. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more prominent up front, like which was a barrel aged beer, so I can't really complain. But I think it was called Captain Delicious Pants we had at Beer Tuberpalooza. Oh no, we lost beer, man.
I
But yeah,
didn't get that beer.
you didn't try any of that?
Nope.
No, it was really good. It was super. You might have not liked it though. It was super, super cloying. It was like very, very, very sweet. Like a couple ounces was like perfect amount. But it was like the most spot on peanut butter and chocolate beer that I've had. That was pretty good. That sip was really good. I got a lot more peanut butter. It's a little bit more reminiscent of peanut butter cups rather than the Reese's Pieces. Um, I don't know. It's good. I like it. It's a little hard to describe because of course they're loaded up with the adjuncts, the chocolate, the peanut butter, and the lactose. So I'm not really picking up like any type of like dried fruits or like there's like a slight hint of like coffee. So like a slightly uh roasted like flavor, but it's solid for what it is. 9.5% is definitely very well hidden. Um, yeah, I'm gonna sip on that a little bit more. Hopefully, it opens up the cheese. Talk about the cheese. The cheese is a little lackluster on the nose for sure. So it's the Vermont Sharp White Cracker Barrel. It's a little nutty and buttery, slightly salty, but I mean, my nose is pretty stuffed right now, so yeah, a little milky, creamy. slight tang. I'm gonna try it out. Cheezers, guys.
Cheezers.
Cheezers.
Very dry. Oh, super dry. Does have a nice sharp bite on the back end though. Very dry, astringent, big salty finish. A little bit of like a nutty aftertaste. Not bad. It's definitely a cheese that it says perfect for pairing. You're definitely going to want to pair this with something because it is super, super astringent. Let's see if it changes up this beer at all. So, Cracker Barrel, Vermont Sharp White with the pieces or pieces, whichever way.
Should work.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sweet and savory.
I brought out the booze. It almost gave it like a little bit of caramel. I got like a big caramel note in there. So caramel kind of ramped up the peanut butter to make it a little bit more nutty. It kind of gave it more of that like roasted nutty like flavor. Which is weird because you'd think with the lactose it would just be like super, super sweet. But it kind of makes the beer turn into like a little bit more of a bolder beer where you get a little bit more complexity. Like I said, you got like caramel, made it a little bit more roasty.
Honey, bro. Cheddars and stouts.
Coffee. Yeah. It kind of turned it into like kind of like a barrel aged version. Somewhat reminiscent of that. Beefed up the body, even though it's already a thick, full bodied beer. It actually works pretty well. If you wanted a little bit more complexity rather than just a super sweet, savory beer out of this, and you paired it with like this cheese, it definitely intensifies the flavor. It makes it a little bit more complex rather than your straightforward candy, peanut butter, and chocolate bomb. Ooh, it's good though. That's a very good pairing. I like that. This cheese is, it's Cracker Barrel, so it's like grocery store cheese. I gotta start shopping other places for cheese because I'm running out of options. It's just so close to my house. It's so convenient.
Go to the deli, bro.
I'll do it the other way now. I'll do the cheese is very dry though. I don't think this is gonna work out well. Let's do a little piece. Doesn't really switch it up much. I guess the peanut butter still just lingers. Yeah, I like it the other way. Usually, I like the cheese before the beer. Well, overall, worked out pretty well. Excuse me. What do you? I don't really know what you normally pair with a stout. Cheddar, is that normally what you pair with a stout?
Can.
Yeah.
Worked out solid. So yeah, I said it's more of like a peanut butter cup. But after you keep sipping on it, I can see why they went in the Reese's Pieces direction. It's starting to be pretty identical to an actual Reese's Pieces candy. But yeah, enough rambling out of me. I was just kind of talking until Beer Man came back because I know nobody else can change the.
Sorry about that, man.
Cheers, guys. I'll
some issues.
come up with
Yeah.
some numbers next time around. Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner. Thank you. All right. Hopefully everything will go well here. for Bumpy's turn.
It's my turn. All right. We're going to start with the beer Wander the Forest. The aroma's on it. It's pretty light. Pretty light. It's like melon, berry, slight citrus, tangerine, maybe a little bit of like a lemon zest. A little crackery wheat malt presence. Slight cereal. Kind of like it's not exactly it's Fruity Pebbles, but it's Fruity Pebbles with only the like yellow and green. like it's got like the kind of, like I said, lemon zest thing going for it. Maybe like a slight tangerine thing. So yeah, but there's like this cereal grain sweetness added to that aroma. But overall, yeah, pretty light. I would even say a touch of lychee in there. All right.
Nice.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, Bumpy. Ganja.
With a light body, with a low side medium carbonation. It's got a fairly soft palate to it. It is drying to the palate, though. Yeah, very light. A little bit of like kind of the crackery wheat malt presence. Flavor notes are like that slight tangerine, kind of lemon-esque. A little bit of like a melon. I would say honeydew melon. Little bit of like a berry type note as well. I'd say it's kind of pushing blueberry. Without saying, hey, I'm a blueberry. But it's definitely more like a blueberry side of a berry than like a raspberry or blackberry. So yeah, 7.9%. I mean, this thing drinks like it's probably like a 5.2. It's just so light. But it's refreshing. It's got good flavors to it. They're all light. They match up great with the malt bill that I'm getting on the palate. Yeah, just a refreshing New England IPA. Double New England IPA. That. All right, let's get into this cheese. My cheese is not as wiggly. A little bit wiggly. Ooh, but then it does snap right now.
That it does look like soap. That's funny. You said that earlier.
I got some soap. Yeah, so it does have that like raw milk smell to it, like a little bit of like a farmy milk, whole whatever the fresh milk. Little bit of a salinity. Yeah. Other than like that kind of like raw, fresh milk type smell, it doesn't get super funky. Actually smells a little bit like baby drool too. I know that because I got a grandson who drools. It's a very similar smell. So like baby formula type drool, raw milk. All right, let's eat this.
Jesus.
It's kind of got this weird like. It is almost like a soapy texture. It's dry. It's got this kind of squeak to it. It's just, yeah, it's got that kind of fresh farm milk, unpasteurized, maybe starting to cream a little bit. I'm not starting to cream a little bit. Like I'm talking about the flavor of the cheese. It's like milk that's got like a cream um, thing happening on the top. You can scoop or whatever when it's starting to. If you're gonna like turn it into butter or anything like that.
It's a
Just trying to go for that
family-friendly
rawness
show.
effect. Little bit of salinity. It's not too funky. I mean, for a cheddar, I mean, I wouldn't even like these aren't like cheddar type flavors, really. Um, Slightly, it's got a little bit of that kind of farmy funk effect. Um, but it's not too in depth. It's definitely not a sharp one. Um, yeah, it's kind of the flavor notes of the cheese. So let's eat the cheese and pair it with the beer. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Teasers again.
Did you cut it against the grain?
I don't know which way the grain's going.
I'm just It's weird you get the squeaky cheddars, man.
Yeah, it just adds kind of this raw, milky kind of flavor, a little bit of salt on the palate. It mixes with the beer. They're kind of fairly evenly matched on flavor, the beer and the cheese, so that's kind of cool. But other than that, it doesn't really do much of anything else to enhance any real flavors on either one. Just kind of balanced together. Let's just take a sip of the beer and then eat this chunk of cheese.
Cheesers again.
Ooh.
And again. And again.
And again. And again. And again.
I would have yelled, but Beer Man's got earphones on.
Yeah, it does add a little bit of a different depth to the cheese. Drinking the beer first and then eating the cheese. It's almost like a Parmesan or something type note that kind of gets enhanced out of it. So a little bit more farming. That's it. That's what
All right. Cool.
And that's it. Boom, mic drop.
Beer drop.
Spyglass.
Bumpy. As long as it's not a pizza drop.
Yeah, it's still good. You can eat it.
All right, man. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So, hop burn to Daniel is basically the residual hops that's still floating around in the fresh IPA or like a hazy. It sticks around with like they put a whole bunch of hops in like hazy in New England style IPAs, and it hovers around all the proteins. And if you have it too fresh, it'll burn your throat a little like pepper. It's kind of like a burning, stinging kind of sensation. So it's good to let those go about a month after you can them or keg them, and then let them kind of drift, let it all go down, crash it a bit in the cooler, and then drink it. So yeah, that's hop burn. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think it is. That's all right. So let's get into this maple by microphone. Speaking to the microphone. It always reminds me of this movie where she has her bush is shaped like a microphone, and that's probably inappropriate. Sorry.
This is a family-friendly show.
Imperial smells like bean spirit, and Tugboat coffee is added. They
Hold on, is that a sticker over the regular can too?
I think, yeah, it is. God, the lighting's terrible in here. Yeah.
That's another beer can under there.
Yeah, right. I know I'm gonna have to take it off now. Saving some money. Yeah, so it's stout ale, breakfast stout with maple syrup and coffee. So, and then I've got a cheese that's mapley too. So let's get into the beer. Let's go right into the sniff sniff. Wow, it really leaves a really like an olive yellowish green kind of haze or curtain or spray around the side of the glass. It's really crazy. All right. So big time whiff of both maple and coffee. It's Sumatra beans. They're more of a medium roast. I used to work at a coffee place and bag coffee. I think that's more of a medium roast from what I remember. So it's got kind of it's not like quite an espresso acrid kind of smell. It's more of a softer, roastier kind of niceness. And it really goes well with that maple. It's not too overpounding. It's not like over done too much over with maple either. That maple can get pretty strong, I think. Kind of like vanilla too. Yeah, roasty toasty, a little bready malts, very bready malts in there. It's sweet. It's got a sweetness in there as well. Yeah, really roasty. It smells like coffee and maple. So opaque, can't see through it. We already went over that, but I'll just go over it again. Medium rising bubble, and oh wow, it's leaving it's actually, you know how the dudes, they make the coffees and they pour the milk over the top and do like a little decoration. It's leaving like a little thing on the top. Yeah. So let's drink it. Cheers. Enough talk.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
I'm interested in on what's under the label.
I think you'll like this. If you like coffee, I'm kind of interested too. If you like coffee, wow, this is it tastes like coffee without milk, but with sugar, and then you got some maple added in there as well. It's more. It's actually got like the aromas in the balance. It's also very balanced with the flavors in the taste as well. You get that roasted. It's not acrid at all. It's not ashy, or not ashy like bitter, like really bitter, or I guess
Pale, burnt coffee.
Yeah, it doesn't have that. It's softer. It's got a soft mouthfeel, a sweet kind of sticky soft mouthfeel. The carbonation is soft. It's low carbonation. It's viscous. It's viscous and sticky on the lips. And it's definitely a full body for sure. Actually full medium. It's got a full medium. It kind of dries off in the back a little. You don't really get a whole lot of alcohol, but it does exist. It's there. It really, if you've ever brewed beer, just for the general public and just anyone, you leave your coffee in like a French press. I used to do like French presses and then leave it in the fridge overnight and then put it in my coffee in the boil or something like that. I think that's what I did. And it's got like that fresh, earthy kind of roasted kind of taste. But then you're bringing on this like crazy sweet maple that it's like this sweet maple syrup, and it just really sticks to your lips, sticks on your palate and your tongue, leaves a dry feel on the sides of the tongue as well. Kind of could possibly be the water profile or whatever's going on there. Kind of minerally on the sides. Boy, as you're drinking it though, that coffee just goes through your nose as if you're waking up to your coffee going off in a coffee pot. All right, so let's get into the cheese. The cheese, I can't smell the maple now after I've had that coffee. It's weird. I smelled it more before I had the coffee. It's all in my palate and my nose. It just smells more like cheddar now. You do get a little maple now. I'm starting to. It's a kind of a sweet, buttery saltiness in the aromas, and you do get the maple starting to kind of pull through. I think the maple with the marble would be the maple syrup, possibly that they mixed in with it. I don't know. That's what it seems like, you know,
Yeah, that
like the swirls.
sounds good.
Yeah, flimsy or shit. Kind of flimsy, kind of like Bumpy's cheese, and then you break, and then just breaks, kind of like that same consistency. Yeah, let's eat this. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheese.
That beer left kind of an acidy kind of feel on my tongue, almost like it burned my tongue. That's weird. That might deduct the score a little bit. I don't like it. Yeah, so this cheese is it's chewy, it's kind of rubbery consistency. It mushes after you chew it. It starts to kind of mush in and get on your tongue a little more. But it's more of a squeaky medium cheddar. That maple's really coming through on the flavor, big time. As you chew it, the maple comes through a hell of a lot more, and it's mixing so well with that beer already. Like it's that viscous that it stayed inside my mouth on my palate, and it's just absorbing into that cheese. It's kind of nice trying a cheese that has the same flavors as the beer, and then adding that coffee in is really a nice extra little kick. This is really good. I suggest totally look. Whoops. Totally looking for a cheese like this in this beer if you can find it, or even a maple stout, an imperial stout that goes really well. Okay, let's see exactly how it goes. Cheers again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the beer has the maple, and you get that in the cheese, but you're adding that coffee. It kind of overwhelms the cheese a little more. Not overwhelms it. It brings out more of the cheddar in it. So it's kind of like the maple and the cheese is mixing with the stout, the maple and the stout, and then you're adding coffee into this and a little cream, like a creamer or like a cheese cream, and it's actually not bad. I almost like doing something that's opposite, that kind of goes against it.
Opposites attract sometimes.
Yeah. But this mixes well. It just adds a little more creamier feel to the beer, lactosey kind of milky kind of feel to it. It's not bad. We'll try it for science's sake, huh? Backwards. It's really hard to chew this cheese so quick. It'll bite your tongue. That's nice. That allows me to taste the cheese more. So you have a little bit of beer first, and then you can chew on that, and then you just want to have a little more beer again. But that acid in that beer is really burning my tongue. Holy shit, what did they put in that? It's all the fucking coffee. Oh yeah. The salts come out more with the cheese, beer before cheese. I like it both ways. All right, so that's what I got. All right, let's get Miscellaneous back up here for his last thoughts.
Goodness. It's my turn again. All right, so let's talk about the beer. To be honest with you, I think Tanner's in the right ballpark when he scored this. I mean, it's a very complex beer for 4.5%. Lots of flavors, really crispy. I still got a little bit here at the end, and it's become a little bit more grassy, herbal, floral, but it's not off-putting by any means. It doesn't smell like perfume. Really drinkable beer, man. It was light and crispy. I just decided to let it warm up a little bit and see what it tasted like. Like I said, you got clove, bready, I don't know, man. It's just like one of the best like light saisons you could get. I mean, I guess I don't know. crushable beer tastes great, hands down. I'm gonna give it a 97. It's a very, very good product. I mean, it's like the top of the line creme de la creme, no, but like this, it's very good. I would drink this again if I saw it on tap. I would try it. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely good for the style of cheese that I got too. Um, Whatever this was, the Marquise Gouda, the honey clover. A little bit more on the sweet, herbally clover side, but nice milky, rich cheese as well. Um, I would recommend it. It was a little expensive, but I did get the nice piece. So um, I enjoyed it. Like I said, it had the honey quality. You getting that earthy note out of it. I would buy it again. I'd stick it at a 95. Pairing wise, I could definitely see pairing something like way funkier than this, like on the Barnyard or some like Saison territory isn't great territory for the pairing, and I'll stick that at a 95 as well.
Nice.
I'm going down the right path. If you had, I don't know, something maybe a little bit more farmhouse with that would kick up. I don't. This worked great though. Cheers.
Excellent. Cheers, Miscellaneous. Awesome. Glad that worked for you.
I can get
All
a
right.
6-pack of that beer for like 11 and change. Pretty good price.
I think I paid like $2 for that beer. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. All right.
Tanner said it was worth it. He pulled through. Wasn't bad.
Screenshot. Thumbnail.
Without that. Oh,
I'll go back and plug it in.
without, or you know what I mean. There you go.
This beer's good. It's definitely one of the better peanut butter beers. It doesn't have that like chalky, powdery, or roasty peanut flavor. It's authentic peanut butter. The initial taste isn't Reese's Pieces. I think the aftertaste is, and I've kind of noticed that with some other adjunct beers. I think the Stuff of Legend was kind of like that. The one by Boulevard, where they had like the Oreo on it. It's supposed to taste like an Oreo. It wasn't really Oreo up front, but it left you with like a lingering aftertaste of Oreo. So I mean, I don't brew beer. I haven't brewed beer. I want to. I would like to, but I'm sure it's super difficult to get that authentic flavor when you're combining malts and hops and adjuncts to actually taste like a signature candy. And let's be honest, there's off-brand candy. Does an off-brand Oreo taste like a regular Oreo? No, it doesn't. That's why Oreo is so popular. So to take a beer and try to make a beer taste like a certain kind of candy is very difficult. But overall, they did a really good job with this. I'm going to give this I'd say it's definitely one of the better peanut butter beers. I'll run that like a 93. 9.5% is a good ABV as well. It's not cloying. It's not overly sweet. Yeah, just a solid beer. And I'm actually happy that Proclamation came out with a good peanut butter beer. They make beers sometimes that aren't amazing, but they do a good job. And I think that's why I'll continue to buy their products, is because their consistency is great. They constantly put out new shit, and everything they come out with, if it's not really good, it's decent. I haven't had a beer by them where I was like, this tastes like shit. So, and they're local to me. Like I said, I always get fresh product from them. So Proclamation, keep it up. The Cracker Barrel, the Vermont Sharp White, it was very astringent, very dry. There was like a little bit of like a butteriness on the back end, but overall, it wasn't really a cheese that I would. This is like a cracker cheese. This is a cheese that you have with some crackers. You know what I mean? It's just like a solid, just regular run of the mill cheese. It's not. It's just great for pairing. It's not really. It worked very well in this combination, um, but I think most cheddars would work well with this. But for the cheese, I'll give the cheese like a 82. It's solid. It was a little bit on the dry astringency side for me. I would have liked a little bit more of a milky creaminess to kind of balance out the drying aspect. It's hard to eat by itself. You definitely want something to wash it down. But like I said, this is like a you get those townhouse crackers and you throw some of these on it, and it's something that you have at like a party. Not something that you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, this cheese has aromas of this, and that, whatever. Still not a bad product. As far as the pairing, I'll give the pairing like I'll meet the pairing like right in between. I'll give the pairing like a taking into consideration that there are much better cheeses that would pair way better with this. I'll give it like an 89 for the pairing, and it was solid, but I totally think if I did like an aged cheddar or something, maybe even that the Kerrygold, the reserve with this would be phenomenal. I think that's awesome pairing. But yeah, 89 for the pairing. I say 93 for the beer, and 93 for the beer, 80. I'll go. What did I say? 82, 83, 83 for the cheese, and 89 for the pairing. Overall, definitely solid. And if you have a beer that has adjuncts in it, and possibly the adjuncts aren't, unless they're like offensive, try pairing it with a cheese, and maybe those adjuncts will be a little bit more prominent, or maybe the beer will just taste a little bit better. I don't know. Just a thought. Cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks, Tanner. All right. Bumpy's next.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
That's for Tanner. Yeah, let's start off with the cheese. The cheese. Homestead Meadows goat milk, raw cheddar, goat milk cheese. It's not my type of cheddar. I can tell you that. It's not a bad cheese. It's just not my type of cheddar. But I'd recommend somebody trying it if you like goat milk, if you kind of like raw milk flavors and slight farminess without much else going on, and give it a go. I'll score it at I do my 50 rating score thing, so I'll give it a 41 out of 50. I'll say it's very good for what it is. It's not a bad cheese. It's just not pulling my strings. For the beer from Beer Tree Brew, Wander the Forest. I have to say this is the best Beer Tree brew that I've had. I've only had this my third or fourth beer from them. But yeah, definitely the best one I've had. Highly recommend this beer if you can get it. I'm going to give it a 46 out of 50. It's excellent. In the pairing, they kind of went together. So I say the pairing worked pretty well.
Good enough.
So overall, good night as far as cheese and beer for me.
Yeah. For once, we're all hitting it, I think, pretty good, Seems like we've got some decent pairings, so cool. All right, man. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh. How you doing?
Just in time for the end of the show, Josh.
Yeah.
Unreal. Unreal.
Unreal. Okay, man. So this beer, I think the only thing that knocked it down a bit, like I said, it was the I'm still getting kind of feeling on my tongue. It's like acid hit my tongue and ripped it up. It's probably from the coffee. I don't know, but it's wow. It started off soft and nice. You know, I like the feeling of it, the mouthfeel. But then it started to get that kind of acidic feel on my tongue. It felt like it was burning it. But overall, a very tasty adjunct beer, breakfast stout. It wasn't too cloying. It wasn't too sweet. Um, I mean, it's 10%. Breakfast stouts are sweeter, but it wasn't like terrible. You're not spitting it out going, ah, you know, it's just, it was drinkable, put it that way. And it had some great flavors. If you like coffee, it's definitely something that and if you like maple syrup, you'll really like this. So I would give this, I'd probably go with like a 91, 90. Let's go 90 out of 100. I was maybe thinking like 93-ish at first until I started getting that burn. So that was a little weird flaw there. But the cheese was very good, is very good. I continue to eat it before it gets hard on me, but it is so nice. It's creamy, you know, like I said, creamy and mapley. And it was just a very, very nice, tasty cheese, cheddar cheese, medium cheddar cheese. The rubberiness I didn't really like so much. I kind of like the crystals and the softness of the cheddar. I like more of a harder cheese, or you know, like a sharp cheese, more than a like a medium. And it was just that squeakiness that I don't like, kind of like Swiss cheese, or whatever the consistency of that. But overall, had a very good, you know, a good flavor to it. So it had the right amount of salt, right amount of sweetness from the maple syrup and everything. It just it was good. I would give that like I might have even given it a 94 is what I think that's what I gave it last time, or 95, somewhere in that range. So I suggest finding something like that for sure. If you can find the same one, go for it. It went together better, I think, the beer before cheese. I kind of like that better because I was able to taste the cheese more. You eat the cheese and it kind of just melds in with it. It just kind of goes into it. It adds more maple and you don't taste the actual cheese itself. So I would rather have a sip of that nice 10% breakfast stout and then eat the cheese after, but without that consistency of rubbery chewiness. I'd rather have something a little more mushier and crystally in the mouth, a little saltier maybe would be better. But the maple was nice addition. It just added more maple to the beer. So the blend, I would give the blend probably like a 91. Not terrible. Definitely in an A kind of average A kind of feel. It was nice. I liked it, and I liked it both ways. Um, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I have. So let's go ahead and let's go to the panel. Take off this ugly ass banner underneath scrolling, and let's shout our stuff out. Shout, let it all out. These are the
things Tanner can't live without. Come on.
Yes.
Hey, go away, Banner. Go away, you.
Oh yeah, Banner, be gone.
Get out of here, Banner.
There it is. Goodbye.
I guess shout outs for me. I'm going to attempt to do the Thursday night beer session again. Hopefully I can find somebody. If not, I might just do a couple reviews myself. See how it goes. But I'll see you there Thursday at 8 with some different kind of products. Other than that, you can go check out Last Beer, Sunday nights, beer bowl discussions, And who else? Go check out Alex. Alex the Beer Master. He's live and doing stuff all the time. Legendary Alex. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I smell cigarettes.
I'm not
Do
smoking.
you? I don't have any. Let's smoke that shit.
It must be the Mormons.
It must be the Mormons. Oh, someone's smoking across the street. I think so. Cool.
My turn.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to me. I got a couple reviews I have to drop. Yeah, so look out for that. Yeah, I think we'll do a show tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Potbelly Pub live. Will it mix? You know, bring whatever you want. Cuvee, mix up a cocktail, whatever you want to do. Whatever, Josh. You need to wake up. You're not even on here. Who are you to talk? Not you. I'm talking about Josh. This guy. Yeah, Josh. But yeah,
You
so
need to wake up, Josh.
yeah, tell him.
Hurry up. Get fucked, nerd.
Shout outs. Paul's beer reviews. And there was somebody else that I was watching the other day. Check out Jean Pierre as well. He's close to 1,000. Help him hit that 1,000 mark. There's somebody else I was shouting out the other day. Shit. I can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me tomorrow. Follow so many people. Subscribe to so many people. The Bourbon Junkies, if you haven't heard of them, they just hit 100,000 subs. They're going to be doing a live stream tonight, kind of hangout. I think it already started actually at 9. So if you're into whiskey and stuff, I've been watching them since they were like a smaller channel, since they were only at a couple thousand. So it's awesome to see that they're doing successful. They're very entertaining. So if you like whiskey, they don't really drink beer or anything, but they're very knowledgeable of whiskey. And even if you just want to go over there and watch them, very entertaining. They do bottle flips. It's kind of what they're known for, what they're famous for. They take bottles of whiskey and flip it up in the air, and I've watched them spill and dump and break nice bottles of whiskey. But they're funny to watch. Go check them out. And yeah, that's it. Cheers, beer man. Thanks for having me tonight, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Well, on my channel, I got my live show on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. It's usually a couple-hour show. We usually have a fairly decent-sized panel, and it's a 3-part show, so it does take a bit of time to get through. So give yourself a couple hours, anyways, and join up. Other than that, I have regular videos, putting out 3 of them a week right now. I pre-recorded stuff, and yeah, I do everything from New Hampshire beers to whatever else kind of comes into New Hampshire. Don't get too much stuff from the West Coast. Every now and then we'll get something. And also beer meals if anybody's sent me anything or whatnot. So that's usually how I get a lot of beers that I can't get, is through a beer meal. So yeah, just check those videos out at any time.
You're still young. Yeah, I came in clutch last year.
Yeah, go back, check out all the boulevards that I did. Those were all courtesy of Miscellaneous Brew reviews up there. So I appreciate that still. That was a great box too. It ended up dying. The box.
I heard that it
Yeah.
recently deceased.
The last beer mail that was sent
Ceased to
back.
be.
It was sent back to me, and Bourbon County had broken inside the box and drenched the bottom.
Oh,
So,
shit.
but yeah, I'm gonna shout out FLX beer reviews just because I guess they're gonna be doing a week of beers that I sent, because they have so much backlog right now that they're just like pushing out reviews every single day. And I had sent them a couple of packages, and they're still getting through. I think they finally did the last beer video from the last package I had sent. So now you're going to start seeing more of the other stuff that was sent to them. So I'm interested anyways. It's always fun to see what people think of something that you sent. Good, bad, or ugly. So cheers.
Cool.
FLX
Cheers.
beer reviews, by the way.
Yep. Sweet.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, Bumpy. All right. Well, yeah, so me is just next week will just be another I always do the 2 Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays always beer and cheese. So bring it's always open table. So just, if you want to be on the panel, let me know. You can email me. My email's in the about page of my channel. So if you want to ever email me and let me know, I can give you the link and get yourself prepared and come on up with us. This isn't just us boys here. It's whoever wants to come on. Girls and boys, I don't care. So bring it always at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 my time Pacific, Oregon time. And tomorrow will be a Harold and Kumar White Castle theme. So that'll start at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific. So bring something based on, it could have to do with pot. I don't care. It could have to do with the cheetah. They rode on a cheetah. They hang glided. They also
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris. And then the what's those guys that ride the canoe in the convenience store? I don't know. That's a good movie. But yeah, bring something if you can for that. And that's also an open panel. So if people want to get there, just email me, and we'll always put the link up in the back end as well. So yeah, look out for any upcoming reviews if I ever do them. I'll try and get a little less lazy with my editing if I can do it. And then I'll be brewing a beer here soon. Got the ingredients. I'm just waiting on the yeast. I forgot to order them. Oops. And some hops. But what you'll be doing this is in tribute to John and Nilly. There's one shout out for you. So we're doing a beer in tribute to him. And it's going to be an imperial stout with vanilla and thanks to Bumpy mentioning it, roasted coconut. And then also going to be soaking it in some average Kentucky barrel-aged whiskey. I think it's like something Evans. I don't even drink the stuff, so it was like a $21 bottle or something. But yeah, so we'll what's the name of that? Evan Williams?
Oh yeah, Evan Williams.
Yeah, Evan Williams, yeah. So kind of but we'll soak the chips in that, oak chips, and throw that in, give it kind of a barrel-aged feel. So it's going to take a little while for me to get that done. But once it's done, a couple, 2-3 months from now, we'll have something to try. So hopefully we'll get some beer out to him and to whoever requests it, as long as I can send it. I know my wife's not going to drink all that because that's 10%. So she likes a little lighter. But yeah, other than that, 2 shouts real quick. Stoneyard Vineyards put up something fresh. So go check him out. I can shout out the whole chat here, just because it's just you guys are awesome. So good community. But Stoneyard Vineyards just put out chocolate peanut butter. He put out his tasting for that, the chocolate peanut butter stout, comparing 2 homebrewed peanut butter stouts. So that's kind of cool, interesting. And then JV's Hangouts, man, said he wrote a song. Yeah, so I put up a stupid video. Hopefully, a whole lot of people didn't see it. But no, JV's cool, man, cool guy. His last thing was a package from Art by Sparkle. So he got an unboxing there. So it was really cool unboxing what she did for him. So, all right, that's a lot said. But hey, man, thanks to the chat. You guys are awesome. You rock. Thanks for being here. That was a big party today. So we all really appreciate it. Please subscribe to these guys as well if you haven't already. Also, who subscribed to Bumpy? Daniel did. So thanks, Daniel, for that. Yeah, so cheers to my panel. Of course, you guys are awesome. Always here. Cheers, Miscellaneous Beer Reviews, East Coast LQ Reviews, and Bumpy Road Brews. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it as always. Right on. Thrash Live just popped in. Thanks for popping in, brother. All right. Cheers. Let's go ahead and end this. Let me just get down to this crap. New computer I'm trying to. All right. So you guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, but not after one more sip. If you got
it. Wander in the forest.
Mm.